let me explain something real quick. I'm a little bit heated, so I'm going to speak about as clearly as possible and about as frankly as I can. I just went over something, and I need you guys to understand this. It may go on a little long, this little rant, but it's really educational. And if you're interested in understanding how to do the squat properly, this is something you need to listen to. All right, now I came across something online about doing the squat, going underwater, if you guys can read that. Okay? Now, what it's telling you is that if you want to lift heavy safely, read below and share info with a friend. What you should not do, you should read, but don't share it with a friend. This is graphic design for our new program, training guide, whatever. It says inhale and brace first. Inhale a large breath into your stomach. It's important to take a deep breath so it fills your stomach and not your chest. Remember that. That's what they said. It fills your stomach and not your chest. The next step is to create tension in your torso. This increases into abdominal pressure, IAP, whatever, which is the pressure rating within the abdominal cavity. Higher IAP means increased stability and stiffer spine. Bull fucking shit, but okay. By bracing, you create tension in your torso and increase IAP. Imagine that someone is about to hit you as hard as they can in your stomach. The natural response is this bracing. Always brace before starting a repetition. Okay. Number 2, hold breath. Hold your breath throughout the lift to maintain tension and stability. This helps you keep what? Can you write? This helps you take the load off the spine and keep it in a neutral position, and allows you to exert maximum force. Pretend you are going underwater when squatting down and that you cannot breathe again until you are at the top, head over water. All right, there's more to this, but let me get into that before I get way into it. Do not hold your motherfucking breath. Do you understand? Not at the top. How this is supposed to work, and this is what it pisses me off, because this is not fucking science. This is something that's been done for a long time, and it works for power lifters and people who do heavy lifting. If you notice anything with power lifters, they have a gut. They have a massive gut, okay? A distended belly. They look like a small child or someone who is on starvation mode and has that big belly. That is not what you want, okay? For the most part, that is not what you want. What you want is abdominals that are strong, that hold in your guts. Think about it like this. When you hold your breath, when you take a breath in and you hold your breath in your stomach and it pokes out, it's like a balloon that I'm sitting on. Notice it's bouncing. That's because there's still space. It's not fully stretched out fully, because you really can't do that unless it pops. Most people don't have that ability to hold their breath to that level where it actually braces and stabilizes. It doesn't. When you exhale, think about it. I'm on a balloon. When I'm not on a balloon, when the balloon is not inflated, it's flat, right? So it's on a solid, stable surface. That's what you want. You want to inhale and connect as you're going down. As you're going down. So you need to train your body in the way that it functions. Do this to a car. Hold the breath, the intake of the car before it takes off, and see what happens. Your car won't go anywhere. You have to have immediate fuel, immediate air in order for that vehicle to take off. So think about that as you're going down, as we're going down, right? And I'm going down. You guys can see me from back there. As I'm going down, it's only at the bottom. And I fucking say this clearly. It is only at the bottom that you are holding your breath. Only at the bottom. You are inhaling as you're going down. and you're exhaling as you go up. The exhale is the pressure that's pushing you up, kind of like a rocket, to help you out. All right? In order to go up, you have to put pressure out. So as you're squeezing pressure out with your abs, everything stabilizes as you're going up. You do not want to hold your breath as you're going up. In this very thing, they say this. Holding your breath during a squat is called Valsalva maneuver. This causes the inhale and brace technique to be amplified. You should already know how to do that. You should be training to be able to control the contraction, the inhale and the exhale. You shouldn't have to use holding your breath to do that. That's part of the problem. The understanding of how to actually use the body is the problem here. All right, further increasing IAP, whatever. Holding your breath therefore yields the best results. No, and is used by powerlifters. Yes, it doesn't mean that it's the best results. I don't want to look like a powerlifter. I don't want to look like that. If you want to look like that, fine. Follow this to the letter. That's all you. I'm dealing with athletes. I'm dealing with people who want to move, who want to be, you know what? If you want your body to look like a 100 meter or 200 meter or 400 meter sprinter, that's what I do. If you want to look like a defensive back, a linebacker, if you want to move like them and look like them, that's what I do. If you want to be this heavy set person that just, hey, I can help you, but I'm not going to have you do this. All you guys are doing is lifting weight for the sake of lifting fucking weight. Get in real life and you can't lift the same amount. It's different. Because you have a bar with a slick surface with some grips and you're in a controlled environment. The world is not a controlled environment, so you need to learn, you need to train your body in a way that it can function in this real 3D environment that we survive in. All right? This is not how you do it. You don't teach your body an improper way how to breathe to move weight, because all you're doing is causing this. However, blood pressure also rises dramatically during the Valsalva maneuver. It is therefore advised that for people with heart problems or high blood pressure, avoid this. Instead, exhale on the way up or near the top of the movement. Yeah, my eyes are getting bad. I'm too close, so I can't read. Wow, I do have to hold it back. Damn, I'm getting old. Anyway, so what that's telling you right there is this shit is bullshit. Listen. If you can't fucking do it, if you have some issue somewhere here or there, don't fucking do it, period. It's not good. It's telling you this shit is not good. So you have to be perfectly healthy and have no issues in order to hold your breath and push heavy weight. Why the fuck would you teach that? Teach the other shit. The way I teach you, you have to breathe through the movement. You have to learn to control the body. Listen to me carefully. Fuck. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying here. When you use your lungs properly, a couple of things fucking happen. One, you oxygenate yourself properly. All right? So you have better endurance, less likelihood of fatiguing quicker. So it takes longer for you to fatigue. Number two, the bones are your fucking structure. They're the shit that's holding you steady. The more you can pull on them, the stronger they will get over time. That's why osteoporosis people are told to lift weights, because moving the muscle on the muscle pulls on the bone gets stronger, blah, blah, blah. It's not fucking complicated. So, because the bone is your structure, right? As the balloon inhales, you want it to press out. You want to get used to that feeling of fully extending and stretching out the muscles so that they're tight. You have to neurally connect and tighten those areas as well. You just don't expect it to fucking happen. That's how injuries happen, because you don't have control of weaker areas, which is why I keep going into motherfucker. You need to fucking do isolation movements. Fuck the compound shit. That happens later. That's a secondary shit. Okay. So, as I inhale, the structure gets used to pressing out against itself. The muscles stretch and pull against the bone and gets used to that tension of full expansion, yet holding on and staying tight. All right? Then as I exhale, everything compresses against the bone and uses that steady structure in order to move something. So that's why you hear people when they're coming up, because you're exhaling. You're exhaling, and it's the tension on the bone is actually what's being used as your stabilizer. All right? You have to develop this, though. This is not some shit that you just fucking do and oh, it's great. It is a precise type of thing. You have to know which muscle groups are being used. You have to engage certain ones, and at the same time, you have to relax others. Everyone keeps pulling a fucking bar on their back. Stop! Hold that bitch right where it is. That's it. Hold it right where it is and then squeeze up. You don't have to yank them. If you have control of your body and those muscles in your traps, that's all you need. It's developed the way it was supposed to anyway, so it's holding the bar where it needs to be. You don't need to yank the thing into your back. Just hold it and squeeze up. Use the legs to do the work. That's what this exercise primarily is about legs. So why the hell are you using arms and energy in other areas that don't need to be used? Why are you wasting energy pulling on something when the reality is the energy should be used exclusively in the legs? You have no neuromuscular connection. So you're using everything to try to do, you're counterintuitive here. You're using everything to do something that's for the legs, but you want stronger legs. What? All of this up here is relaxed. Your back is tight because it's holding the weight, but it's not overly tight because that's wasted energy. It just needs to be tight enough and flexed just enough to keep the weight from pressing down into you, into your spine, let's say. That's why you develop your traps. So, back to breath. The flow of breath, that's why it's called a flow. It is a flow. It needs to move with your movements. Hold your breath and run 100 meters and see what happens. Good luck. You have to flow. Breath has to flow. You hold your breath at the very bottom because that's to help stabilize you. And then you exhale the moment you engage to come up. You use that power to bring you up. You guys have been taught by morons. Everyone used to say, oh yeah, you can't be over 6 feet tall and run the 100 meters. Then came Carl Lewis. Oh yeah, but he gets out all slow. Okay, now comes Usain Bolt. Oh shit, yeah, he's an anomaly. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. Oh, you can't run a 4-minute mile, you'll die. Now everybody's running fucking under 4 minutes. What are you guys even fucking talking about? You don't know shit. The very little you do know is because someone else has already figured this shit out naturally, and then you hop on the bandwagon and say, oh, this is why. Oh, look at Usain Bolt's gait and the way he... Shut up! You didn't stop. Science, you should already know this. You guys are so smart, you should already fucking know this. But you don't. Stop with this, I'm a kinesiology, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. The very little you know, great, hooray, hooray, hooray. You know nothing about breath at all. It's not taught, it's not understood properly. It's not until Wim Hof guy comes along and starts showing you, hey, listen, it's about the breathing. I've been trying to say it forever. I've been trying to go to schools, ASU, my alma mater, different schools, say, hey, listen, I have this system, this method that I'm trying to test to show you guys that there's more to this than just fucking moving weight and pushing it from A to B. Nobody's listening. Nobody, no. This guy over there, of course, in another country is like, yeah, let's test what the hell is going on with you. Boom, boom, boom. Oh shit, it's real. We can't explain it still, but it actually works. And now, when you can explain some of it, you come up with these big words and explanations trying to sound smart and confusing for everybody. Like, oh, we're so much smarter than you. Shut the fuck up. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. All right? You guys didn't teach us shit. You didn't come up with it. An average Joe came up with it from doing it because you guys have no clue on what foundational is, what the fundamentals truly are. It's breath, balance, flexion, focus, B, nutrition, recovery, and training. And it's dependent on the different things within, the subcategories within those, and how you do a thing. It's not about just moving weight for the fucking sake of moving weight. Do not do your fucking squats like that. And the purpose of using both legs to do squats, that in and of itself is fucking idiotic. Yes, you should do it every once in a while in order to just change up your routine and your training. But we are bipedal organisms. I'm sorry to say it. You're not a fucking kangaroo. We use one leg at a time, so we need to strengthen either side. We need to strengthen it single leg. We need to strengthen it while doing rotations. We need to strengthen it in ways that we move. Not in this ego-driven, let's see how much weight we can lift. Hey, if you're a power lifter, all the props in the world, you guys can lift a whole bunch of weight, great. And people who really are good at what they do, we all run, right? We all run. That's what we do. We're bipedal, we run, we walk, whatever. How many runners are squatting 500, 600 pounds and are extremely proficient? None. Nobody does that. You're doing it for a different reason. I don't care, whatever. I'm not talking to you. If you're a power lifter, I'm serious. Props to that. That's its own thing, its own event, its own sport. Do your thing. The rest of you, stop listening to these morons. Ask yourself, why am I lifting 500 pounds or trying to anyway? Why? Why? For what? How is that benefiting me? I'm compressing my spine for what purpose? Hey, every once in a while, sure. To get yourself to your max, to where you feel good. But really, what is the point of that? I don't lift anything heavy, never really have, for any purpose outside of the gym. I'm trying to figure that out. You lift up your kids, you lift up a couple of heavy boxes when you move, the couch, blah, 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 but I mean, is your job lifting refrigerators? If that